On August 29, 2005, America didn't just face a hurricane, it faced the failure of its own systems. The storm was supposed to be over, the danger was supposed to be gone. But that morning, in New Orleans, the real disaster was just beginning. Because Hurricane Katrina didn't destroy the city, the systems meant to protect it failed. This wasn't just a natural disaster. It was the moment America realized that when systems fail, people pay the price. This is the day Hurricane Katrina changed America. New Orleans had always lived below sea level. Its safety depended on one thing: levees, miles of flood walls, decades of engineering, a system designed to hold back the water. For years, experts warned that the levees were not strong enough, not eventually, not hypothetically. They warned that a major hurricane could overwhelm them. But warnings don't stop daily life. Evacuation plans existed, but were incomplete. Funding was delayed. Responsibility was divided. The city didn't ignore the risk, it underestimated it. On August 23, 2005, Hurricane Katrina formed over the Atlantic. Within days, it grew into one of the most powerful storms in U.S. history. When Katrina made landfall, it struck the Gulf Coast with devastating force. Winds destroyed buildings. Storm surge flooded coastal towns. Power and communication collapsed. New Orleans took damage, but it survived the storm itself. The hurricane passed, and that's when the real danger began. As the storm moved away, pressure built behind the levees. Then, one by one, they failed. Not because of wind, not because of rain, but because the system was not built to handle what it faced. Water rushed into the city uncontrollably. Entire neighborhoods flooded within minutes. Hospitals lost power. Emergency services became unreachable. More than 80% of New Orleans was underwater. At this point, Katrina was no longer the threat. The collapse of infrastructure was. With roads flooded and communication down, rescue efforts slowed. Thousands were trapped. Inside the Superdome, over 25,000 people waited. Limited food, limited water, almost no medical care. Outside, elderly residents were unable to escape. Families were separated. Help came too late for many. This wasn't chaos caused by nature alone. It was suffering multiplied by delay, and the entire country watched it unfold. When federal response finally arrived, the immediate crisis was already over, but the damage was permanent. Katrina exposed weak infrastructure, unclear emergency responsibility, a system unprepared for worst-case scenarios. Disaster planning changed nationwide. Emergency protocols were rewritten. Levee systems were redesigned. Preparedness became a priority, not an option. America learned that surviving a disaster requires more than enduring the storm. Hurricane Katrina killed more than 1,800 people. It displaced over 1 million, but its greatest impact wasn't measured in numbers. It changed how America thinks about safety, about responsibility, about preparedness. Because Katrina proved a simple truth. Nature creates disasters, but systems determine their consequences. And on that day, America learned what happens when those systems fail. History doesn't repeat disasters, it repeats the warnings. Hurricane Katrina wasn't just a moment in time, it was a lesson about preparation, about responsibility, and about what happens when risk is known, but action is delayed. The storm is gone, but the questions it raised are still here. And in this series, we're going to keep asking those questions. If you want to understand how disasters unfold and why they matter, you're in the right place. If this story helped you see Katrina differently, take a moment to like the video. And if you want more real disaster breakdowns like this, subscribe to Alert Protocol, because understanding the past is how we prepare for what comes next.